I will be running you through the best settings of Vector Glare. Remember, it's in the top right hand side. Press options and we start off with general. Open to friends if you want to. Ping on. For me personally, the yellow pings are must have. Then we have display performance metrics. If you guys have bad internet or bad ping, or you're struggling with FPS, turn that on minimality. Otherwise have it off if you're happy with everything. Default, cycle inside, camera groups off, drone semi-automatic, because then you can drone bait. This is a very important one to change in my opinion. Match replay off if you guys are struggling with the size of your game, or you have not enough space on your SSD, those kind of things. It might slow your game down a bit, so I would turn this off. I only have this on because I'm a content creator. Text channels or on all. Then we move over to HUD. So now we're at HUD presets on custom. Remember, if you pause if you need to at any time, everything is on here. All these things are very useful in my opinion. I don't think you need to have them off. Then we move over to equipment, and there I have loadout on but loadout inputs off, because I don't need the buttons on screen to what my button is for my second gun, because I know what button is. It's number 2. So those kind of things, I don't need to worry about it, so I just leave that off. I don't want more distractions on my screen if it can be helped. Then we have player status. For this I have numbers only on, and then status effect on, but stance indicator off, because I don't need to be told on screen if I'm lying down, crouching or standing up. If you guys are new to the game, have this on, but I just think it's a bit of a more waste of time on screen. Again, all on again. Action reminders, everything will be on here. These are all very useful reminders, unless you don't need a reload reminder, but I think it's a good thing to have, because sometimes we get a bit too distracted in gun battles. And the reticle, I have everything on, because why would you not have these on? This is a must have on. I don't know anyone who has any of those off. Then environment, I have it all on. However, you can turn off teammate icons, teammate usernames, opponent usernames, those kind of things. If you guys find them annoying, remember they are there. Then I have match information. I have everything on but one thing, which is bans. I don't like the ban wave. That's how you get rid of the ban wave, if you guys are wondering. Turn that off. There you go. Then we move on to other, and there is one new thing being added here, which is operator guides. If you are brand new to this game, please turn this on. I think it's on by default, but please have it on. It tells you what the character does when you're in the lobby, and tells you a little bit more information about them. For us players that find this annoying, who have been playing for a long time like myself, turn this off. This is a big hindrance for us. Just get this off. There it is on the bottom of your HUD. Moving over to audio, again this is all personal preference, but I have it English, subtitles off. Some people play subtitles off. Master volume's up to you, depending on what headphones you use, all that stuff. Music volume on 0, because there's literally no point to have music in this game, because it's kind of annoying. Dialogue volume 32, that's just my personal preference. Night mode, best sound in the game. If you're not using night mode, please switch to it. It genuinely is better. I don't know about console, but on PC, night mode is the one. Voice chat volume depends on how loud it is. Maybe a volume slider one day, don't think so. Mute on focus, yes, on. Push to talk on. Remember to have your voice chat record level on 100 and your voice chat record a threshold on 0 if you guys have any problems with your microphone. Moving on to display, I've got my Zowie monitor here. Obviously playing 1920 by 1080 is no point in siege not to. Full screen if you can, otherwise you can go borderless, but it does mess around with your game a little bit. So go use full screen on display mode. Refresh rate the max amount you can have. Remember to set this. Remember, go in your monitor settings. If you are using 144Hz monitor and it is allowing, you can go in display settings and change it and ask it to change it. Otherwise, you should come up with your highest refresh rate here. Use that. For my aspect ratio here, guys, I use 16 by 10, 87. However, you can try 4:3, 84 if you want. That's Shiko sense, I'm pretty sure. But I'm really loving 16 by 10, 87 field of view. All these off. You want VSync off. You want FPS limit off, unless you only need 144 FPS. That's all you need. Then might as well put a limit to it, but otherwise there's no harm in having more FPS. Widespeed letterbox off. Field of view, like I just told you about. HUD display area, that's if you want to go back to old HUD, you go to 90 here. Your menu, obviously you make that small as well, but I'll leave it. My brightness is on 69 and that is no cap. Moving over to graphics, this is probably what you've all come for and tried to figure out what graphic settings you're using. Remember, this is a bit of personal preference to it, but there are some things you have to be doing. Again, texture quality can be on low, but I put it on medium for my YouTube videos, so that's the only reason. Texture filtering, I put it on linear. LOD quality, mine's on low, but some people do run it on ultra. I don't really find the difference in performance necessary, and I don't really like the way things look on ultra. That's my personal preference. Shading quality on low. Shadows on medium, because if there's a light behind someone, you got shadows on medium, you'll see their shadow. That's how it works. So it's you'll literally see no FPS difference between low and medium, so you might as well put it on medium. It might win you one extra gun battle every 10 gun battles. Reflection quality on low, VFX quality, sorry, on low. Then again, ambient occlusion low, lens effect low, zoom low, anti-aliasing off. Sorry. These are all off, I don't know what I'm saying low. And then at the end here, we got 50-50. There we go. Then we move on to controls. I have raw input on. If you ever have problems with your keyboard and mouse, you can turn this off. Otherwise, mouse or conversion, don't do this unless you want to mess around with your mate, go around his house, turn that on. My mouse sensitivity is 1212. These are my ADS sensitivities. If you guys want to look at them, I ain't going to read them out individually. So there you go. Pause the screen if you want to. Then we have mouse scroll enabled for me personally. Gadget deployment advanced. If you guys have this on standard, please put it on advanced. When it's on advanced, you guys, when you press the button, when you go go into your camera or drone or whatever it is, or whatever gadget you're using, it'll force you in it and you can't cancel it. And if you put it on advanced, you can double tap whatever button you're using to stop it, to put it away. Maybe you hear someone, you go on a drone, you hear someone come around the corner, bang, there you go. Standard drone deployment for me here: aim on hold, lean on toggle, sprint on hold, crouch on toggle, prone on toggle, and walk on hold. That's mine. My keybinds are exactly the same, apart from I put my melee on my mouse and I put my first gadget on the top of my mouse, like the top button. That's the only things I've changed. I'm not going to go through those for you. Look, inversion disabled. This is all control settings. So here's a mine in case I sometimes use PC, but I don't really use control on PC, so there you go. Privacy is still on off. There will be a nickname section here in the new season, but it's not here yet because I haven't got access to the new season because it comes out before I'm recording this. And then lastly, accessibility. My is default optics. I like the red, 100%. Screen shake intensity. Here's the mad one. You can put it off now, guys. So you can choose now. So default's what it like before. Then medium is when you want a bit of screen shake, but not too much. And then I would play with it off if you care about your game. Turn it off, it'll help you out. My team colors is still default because I prefer that. And then chat assistant off, chat scale 100, then chat background opacity on transparent. And that's the video for you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video.